More or less 15 hours after Juventus' victory against Monza, I can tell you that I am still shaking. I can't believe it. I am Andrea Cambiaso that can't believe it. I am Federico Chiesa's grinta. I am the smile of Dusan Vlahovic. I am Danilo, the capitano that is jumping on the back of Federico Gatti. I am all of Juventus hugging each other after that celebration. I am a Juventino. I am a Juventino of the world. Ciao Juventini of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. If you are shaking just like me after a thrilling end of the game, please, maximum of like. Don't forget to subscribe because we are here to debrief the game. What it is and actually what it could have been if yesterday Gatti didn't score at the 94. Because the papers that we are looking today are beautiful. Corriere dello Sport, La Signora insiste. The lady is insisting with that goal at the 94th of Gatti that is giving at the moment the first spot on Serie A for Juventus. Tutto sport, la Juve ha la testa dura. Juventus is stubborn, hard knocking head. Gazzetta dello Sport, Gazzetta, prima la signora. First lady. Ladies first. Why? Because if we are looking at the ranking of Serie A, we are first, there, on top, taking the lead. 1 point more than Inter at the moment. And we have the luxury to watch tomorrow Napoli-Inter, praying that the result will not go in favor of the Nerazzurri so that we can maintain our first spot after 40 months, because the last time it happened, it was in August 2020. Of course, we are speaking about emotion. We are happy. We are first at the moment of Serie A, and we are all smiles. It's a beautiful Saturday, but we all know it, and let's not hide it, that the 91st minute, we were not Cambiaso, we were not Chiesa, we were not Gatti, we were nobody. Or maybe we were Daniele Rugani, because Daniele Rugani was representing all of us, all the Juventini, praying first, Italian way of praying, not understanding why, ma cosa, come si fa, how are we doing to throw away a scudetto like that, because it was not the game that we threw away yesterday, staying in the back for 30 minutes. And at the moment, letting the player of Monza going on target, a cross that became actually a goal, Rugani couldn't believe it, and all of us were not believing it. We were all giving up, all of us, and we were correctly to give up at a certain moment because it was not normal until we have a Federico Gatti and a Adriano Rabiot that are taking the lead. And these two men are the example of Juventus 23-24. Not later than yesterday morning in the Gazzetta double-page interview, we were reading the words of Dusan Vlahovic that was saying, describing Gattone. His story can be an example for the children, for the kids, because inside the story there is everything. There is the never giving up attitude. There is always belief, because all dreams can be true with hard work. This is how Dusan was describing him before the game, before that 94th minute winner of Federico Gatti. Gatti, well, Juve is like Gatti. Why? Because you know it, Gatti means cats in Italian. What and how are we describing cats? Well, cats have 7 lives. This Juventus of 23-24, I start to believe that we have 7 lives, that we are never dying. And never dying was something that we were saying about our Juventus in 2017, 2018, when we were in that winning cycle of Scudetti, something that we lost in the recent years. There were certain moments, long parts of the seasons, where we were just dying. When? Already in the tunnel. Before playing the game, we were already dead. Remember that Monza defeat. We never entered that game, losing 4-1. Remember the 2 games last year against Monza. Remember that game against Napoli. How many times we were not even alive? Well, this Juventus, Verona, etc., is never dying. Has really 7 lives like Federico Gatti. But there is another guy that we have to speak about, of course. It is Adriano Rabiot. Oui, monsieur. The guy that you see the shirt here, that some people were telling me, Beppe, did you really buy the shirt of Adriano Rabiot? Yes, I did. Of course I did. But look at the goal that he's scoring at the 94th minute, or actually the assist that he's doing. Leader on the field, because he's there, free, at the 93rd minute, and he's saying, oh, give me the ball. I will take the ball. I make myself free and I will solve it. He's going up and he's already showing with his hand to Weston McKennie, I will give you the ball. Don't mess up. I will run into that space and you will give me the ball back because I am the leader of this team. It's true, I took the armband and I give it to Danilo, but I continue to be an example. I continue to be a leader. And he's jumping into that space. He's receiving that ball back immediately from Weston McKennie. He's dribbling past his man with the velocity. My friends, we are speaking about the 93rd minute. A guy that ran for more than 90 minutes constantly, because the stats that I will tell you in a second are all going towards the direction that he did that extra mile. A bit more than the other one. Fantastic. He's dribbling past his man and he could have been totally exhausted after that run and fell on the ground, maybe looking for a potential fall. No, he's standing on his feet and he's able to have that lucidity, being clear-minded to give that fantastic pass to Federico Gatti, and then the rest is story with that rocket shot at the second attempt. It's like the destiny saying, Pepe, Juventini of the world, you suffered a lot. You know what? I give you another chance. Here, my gift for you. Just take it. Prends ce petit joyau. Prends le petit joyau. Et mets-le ici, le petit joyau. Take that little gift and put it here. Try again. A second chance. And we are scoring. Sorry, I wanted to laugh, but anyway. Not only on the field, a captain, with his assist and with his goal, but also with the performance, because Adrien Rabiot is the one that had the biggest pass accuracy, 94% pass accuracy, and in final third, 8 passes, the most of everyone, 100% accuracy in final third. Tackle defensively, because it was not only offensive, it was also defensive, 4 tackles, more than everyone. Look at that, the dribbles, 4 attempts, more than everyone. Total duels, 14, way more than everyone. Duels won 7, the possession won 8 times. And it's not only on the field, it's also off the field. Because yesterday we assisted, all of us, of something totally disgusting. Something that has no space in football world. Because these guys are idols. This morning I was training my U9 and there was a kid that was telling me, Beppe, coach, give me the number 5. I didn't know. Number 5 is unusual. Then he was on the field. He scored a goal a la Bellingham. Why? Because these kids are looking to players. The players are the idols. And I don't want to have an idol like Gagliardini. I want to have idols like Del Piero, like Gianluca Vialli, like Scirea. You can mention a lot if you want non-Juventini. Gerrard, Lampard, how many players are really examples, elegant players? You have levels, not Gagliardini. Gagliardini, that after his team scored at the 91st minute, is going in face of Adrien Rabiot, mocking him openly. Adrien Rabiot is waiting on social media, Gagliardini in big, with that picture, saying, you have to learn to be humble. Because until the referee is not whistling the end of the game, everything can happen. You have to remind yourself about that, using 2 important emoticons. The finger, stopping the brain, and saying, use your brain. Fantastic answer, on the field, off the field, from Adrien Rabiot, that yesterday was man of the match, without any doubt. Do we speak about the game? Because you will tell me, Beppe, you score a goal, and you park the bus. We can't anymore. We can't take it anymore from Massimiliano Allegri, the coach. Yes, we won, but it was pure luck. Let's go. Let's deep dive into the game. Momentum of the game. Is it true or not? We scored at the 12th minute. We scored at the 12th minute. And you see that the momentum is saying Juventus continued to play for all the entire first half, dominating the field, beautiful plays, triangles everywhere. Juventus was attempting a lot of time on goal. If you see the attack stat, you can see an 18 total attempts, 7 times on target for Juve, only 1 shot on target from Monza that arrived from a strange cross that became actually the goal, the only one. So Juventus was not risking against Monza. If you're looking until the 60th minute, because Juventus played until the 60th, we saw beautiful things where we were not able to score. Not with a penalty of Vlahovic, not with a rebound, not with a long power shot from Rabiot first. We had difficulties to score, but we were there. And look at the shots inside the box, outside of the box, on the left, on the right, with Monza totally non-existence. Yeah, but we were not dangerous. We were not dangerous. Look at the expected goals that a lot of people are loving to use when they need to fit their agenda. 0.76 for Monza, 2.6 for Juve. It was Monza, people will tell me. It was Monza, okay. Unbeaten in 2023 in their home, since they have the coach Palladino. The last 10 games before Juve, so that means the last 10 games before Juve, they never conceded more than one goal. They only lost one time against Roma when they were Monza with 10 men in the first half. That's it. So can we speak about a Monza that have a bit of credit? That is not an easy team to play against. I believe we can say it. Look at the ranking. They are that close from Atalanta, from Fiorentina, from Bologna that everyone is praising, even from Roma. So we can say that it was not easy. Of course, I don't like the remaining 30 minutes. From the moment that we give the ball to Monza, I can understand managing a moment, briefing a bit, being organized and structured, but it can't be for 30 minutes. That's not possible. That was something that, of course, I didn't appreciate, because you look and you see it here. Monza tried more and more and more in possession, in ball possession. They are trying to combine. They are trying to find a way. We were structured and organized, but like this, you are risking. Of course, you are risking. In a way, it is a win, and we are happy. We are first. And we do it in the Max way. This is what Gazzetta dello Sport is saying. Max primo a modo suo. Max is first on his own way. What about the Scudetto? Now we are a team, but we have to improve. He's conscious that we have to improve. Could we do it yesterday with the Nicolussi, with the Cambiaso, without Weah, with a lot of players that are missing, and I will repeat it until the winter market, without Pogba, without Fagioli, with the Danilo that is coming as a regista. Why? Because Locatelli was not able to play. He was feeling pain. He's still not healthy. Hopefully he can recuperate for the game of Monza. Even if I have to spend a few words on Nicolussi, second game much better than Inter. Why? Because he was much more involved into the game. I told you in the last days, he's a player that with the ball on his feet is a fantastic player. And yesterday he already tried. I would give him more than just a 6 as a rating, but a 6.5, maybe not yet a 7, but a player that was extremely doing his job in that register role. That is not his role. What about Max Allegri? Yesterday he was that furious at a certain moment because he saw that Juventus could have lost not only that game, but also maybe the positivity and preparing a game as the one that we are preparing against Napoli from tomorrow would have been a total disaster after that 1-1, conceding a goal in the last minute. And he was that nervous that at a certain moment he is looking at Landucci, his old friend, his assistant, his vice, and he's saying, I will punch you and break you. Crazy words of Max Allegri that this time didn't do a striptease except of throwing away his hat, but he was crazy. What about Giuntoli? Before the game he spoke about Max Allegri, because there was the question, what about Max Allegri? Will he be there next year or not? He's saying all the other curriculum vitae from the other coaches, we are just sending them back because we have a coach and we want to keep him. You know it, huh? When managers are speaking about coaches, it means zero. But it's a beautiful sign that we are all together towards one objective. What about the words of Rabiot? Giuntoli said, it's beautiful. I'm happy that Rabiot and his teammates, they are speaking about Scudetto because we want that they are ambitious. We want that they dream. But don't forget, the club has a vital necessity to first qualify to Champions League. The rest, we will see. Well, what will it depend about? It will depend about Juve and Inter, the game that they will play until the 7th of January. Napoli will be our next game, but will also be the next game of Inter that will play tomorrow. They play against Udinese, we will play against Genoa, out of home. They will play Lazio, big game there. It can be decided. That run of Juve Inter, I want to take it until 2024. And then let's see where we are. Let's see what we can do on the Mercato. What about the best and the flops? Well, I told you, for me, Rabiot, reincarnation, the top, the MVP, together with Gatti, because at the end he believed in it. But I also want to praise the performance of Bremer. The people that played a bit less good, well, are two strikers, Chiesa, Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic that is now missing the last 3 penalties on 4, and that's a lot. 3 penalties on 4 missed is really a lot. But on top of that, also the rebound, where he had the chance to score that goal, that is also missing. He stayed into the game. I saw an okay Dusan Vlahovic, but I would love more from him in terms of behavior, mentally, and not this kind of story like we saw against Inter. Not what we saw yesterday, where after a free kick that is taking really bad because he's going on the wall, that he's not doing that extra effort to go toward that. I preferred, nonetheless, Vlahovic over Chiesa, because Chiesa yesterday was totally invisible. I didn't see a beautiful Chiesa. Hopefully he's taking his rest for Napoli, where we will really need the top guys, Vlahovic and Chiesa. With all the other ones, the anti-hero Juve that are working, that is pushing, that is doing, with these two guys we can do something against Napoli, and it will be extremely important. Special mention for Alexandro, because yesterday we can say whatever we want to. It was not the man that we would have loved to see on the starting lineup, but he was there and he received my support from the moment that he was on that predicted lineup. Well, Alexandro yesterday did extremely well in the defense. No words to say against Alexandro yesterday. That was it for my video. I'm sorry that it was late. Why? Because you know it, on Saturday mornings I am there outside, -5 degrees Celsius. It was cold with our guys, so that's why it's always a bit late, the videos of Saturday. Maximo of like, continue to subscribe to the channel. Grazie, forza, Juve.